This is one of the coldest mornings in Quetta, a provincial capital of Balochistan and the only urban center. Located on the trade route to Afghanistan and Iran, this city has been a gateway to Afghanistan in north and Iran in south. As a historical city, Quetta has witnessed several onslaughts from invaders as well as the group of people displaced by the wars and conflicts in the region. In 1979, when Soviet forces intervened in Afghanistan, millions of people bid farewell to their homes. After fleeing from Afghanistan, overflowing camps in far-flung areas of Balochistan became their shelters. Over the years, many Afghan citizens have given up refugee status and went back to Afghanistan, but there is still a large number of refugees are living permanently in Quetta. Tucked away down slum-like ugly suburbs of Quetta are nurseries for poor refugee children. Their ordinary effort for living and endeavor for daily wages is an extraordinary story. Over the years, Balochistan has been host to approximately 1 million Afghan refugees. For refugee children, the will to survive is their greatest nourishment. This exhibits from their wandering in the streets and slums around the city of Quetta. Many children were born in the overflowing camps without any kind of medical assistance, some in the tents and some in mud houses built by poor parents. The mud-plastered yellow houses surrounded by clay walls and railings are only shelter for homeless, widowed and orphans. Children of these war-hit families are saved by these slum streets and fed by the profession of garbage picking and its ultimate sale to recyclers in the city. Most of these children get up early in the morning and rush to their workplace. On the way from home to workplace and garbage dumps, the first stopover for these children is this kind of little and unhealthy food outlet come tea stall. Here they relish on breakfast, normally tea and traditional Afghani bread. Gang leaders who are the motivator for these children keep eye on them wherever they go. In the winters, it is freezing out in the streets. Children leave food outlets with the rise of sun. They carry their bags, magnets, buckets, ropes and rush to their world that is garbage and murky drains. Garbage picking children have two groups. One of them is equipped with magnet and ropes to catch nails and other metallic things from flowing drains of Quetta. These little hands every time cast their magnet in the drain with the hope that it will catch some metal to fill their basket hanging on one side. This exercise goes futile many times because drains are always not kind enough to reward these attempts. Another group of garbage picking children, which is obviously major group, rest on the big dumps. The search of recyclable items with their hands and sorting out of different things from garbage is their day-long activity. A search in dumps which seems apparently blind but indeed is very scrupulous because their little hands have hidden eyes, familiar with items worth selling to recyclers. These little hands gather livelihood from this garbage world regardless of wounds, disease, hatred and abuses which they face every day. They are open to numerous damages at their workplace. Garbage world is infested with injections used by addicts and HIV carriers. Hospital waste and all kind of waste is sprayed all around this place. Many of the children catch fatal diseases and die silently. It bothers nobody because they live in an isolated world which is quite away from caring and sharing human sufferings. Children put everything in this hell-like place but they get very little in return. This is freezing out here. Morning is callous as usual in Quetta. After bearing the enough cold and work burden, these little hands are trying to get warmth from this grate. A smoky wood fire and boiling black tea in kettle is one motherly hope at this moment that would save them from shivering. This wet and polluted place is nothing but a shop of recycler where they bring their all earnings like every day. The children who work in this world of garbage range in age from 4 to 10 years. All of them look horrible than their real ages. Often their work is exhausting and painstaking. Whenever they feel that is quick nap time, they don't hesitate to sleep on garbage bed with flies and other insects around. Back home, facilities for their lives are very poor and shocking. The way of living is incredibly untidy. the food almost resembling poison, and access to medical care far behind a question. Gulzaman's mom is a widow and penniless with her small children. She knows no one in this sprawling border city and wandering for help, as she is unable to find anyone to help her out.
I decided to send my children to work. I could not know the type of work in the beginning, but later on it is too late for me to take my decision back. Just because what I am receiving in return is only hope for living. The amount I receive for a day is near to nothing. How can I send my kids to school in these conditions? I have 6 children. 4 of them are boys and 2 of them are girls below the age. Son at the age of 4 is left alone to work with the gang.
Clipping her home is another heart-rending story. It is in horrible condition, built with mud. This is not a camp but house of rawness, and it is rented place for which she has to pay 800 Pakistani rupees per month. She is quite hopeless for future and keeps saying endlessly about her past, present and future. The very place which is called their home lacks every basic human need. A big bowl in which they dump burnt coal and place it beneath a small table and spread pile blanket on top of it is for providing heat in the excess cold weather. This can only provide some little heat for 20 minutes, and after when all coal is burned, they are back to shivering conditions. They do not have even a proper washroom for decent using. Kitchen 2 portrays almost same picture here. There are many organizations working for rights and betterment of children, but so far no organization has given them proper consideration. As the majority of these children is unregistered and long ago left the refugee camps and cover of UNHCR, therefore no organization is taking this issue seriously.
One thing, this phenomena of garbage picking, we have to look beyond the superficial level. The first, there might be one of the reason of poverty, but this is not the sole reason. There is also attitude problem. Like we are working with the children, we found a lot of families, they have a good earning, but still they are sending their small kid of 5-6 years child to collect the garbage. That is an issue where the attitude is problem. On the one hand, you have to focus the children for their protection. On the other hand, you have to have awareness raising. On third, and I think there must be some law because there is no law in this regard. What I am saying, we are imparting this awareness to the children. One of the technique is life-based education.
When the darkness prevails in Quetta city and valley, one has to see another miserable method of earning money by these children, that is begging. Benazir is one of the orphan children who spends her whole night begging around food outlets and passing by vehicles. She is barefooted and bareheaded in this cold night. Benazir leads a group of small kids in these streets whole night. When she gets tired of begging, she turns to nearby barbecue shop for some food break. Even sometimes she and her other little buddies seek temporary refuge with a watchman and share a fire which burned by him to keep warm during duties. Sometimes Benazir shows her naughtiness and expresses her loneliness with different kind of sounds. These children are living in the hustle and bustle of city, but no one has time to pay heed to their miseries. Their parents long ago left the homeland due to several compulsions and brought them to new world where they saw the daylight around these dumps of garbage. These young souls have their own little world, abound with pain, cold, injuries and silent deaths. These angels are living in the wilderness of many million people and looking towards kind hands which can rescue them before disappearing in these dumps like their other fellows.